Hello everyone, hello, we're back with more Epic 14. We just finished the vault, and now we gotta watch everything that follows after that. I know not what to say. The others, they are gathered at Forton Manor. So, Lord Horshafa was if you guys recall, we met him when we went to get the Enterprise back in A Realm Reborn. The Enterprise being Sid's airship, so that we could breach Garuda's domain. And when we first went to Karthus, none of the Asgardians would help us. They were all super enormous sacks of shit. And Horshafa was the only one that was like, you know what, fuck it, let's help her. And he's been our helper ever since. The others are... Please enter, Mrs. Prentice.
Don't. Please. A knight lives to serve, to protect, to sacrifice. There is no greater calling. Leave me to mourn and give chase, for my son and for the nation he loved. Go!
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
My son.
Bots, once again. Alright. So. I could not stand in there in silence, but when all others had forsaken us, Lord Horshafa took us in, our beacon of hope in a world of darkness. He did his utmost to raise our spirits, so that we might face our troubles with courage, with conviction, so that we might face them as knights. The sins of antiquity. We must press on with our mission. Tataru, pray return to your duties at the Forgotten Knight. Let us go and speak with Sir Aymeric, Meryl. I worry for his well-being. Odds. But alas, the story goes on. That person has a Goobo Spratling. An audience with the Lord Commander? Yes, of course. Curse those bloody whoresons and piss on their swimming round table. Sir Aymeric.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Some wounds do not heal. The founding, the scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew and you concealed it.
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it. The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatoskr, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hreisvelger did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thordan's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us. I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all too fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thorin's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught? Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity, and bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I have given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heaven's Ward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Aye, the manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Horschiffon was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in Scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heaven's Ward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable!
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heaven's Ward and stop my father before it is too late.
Mr. Prentice, Master Alphino, I, Emeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Our aid in preventing whatever it is that the Archbishop intends. Your aid in bringing him to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetuated. No more. I shall pursue him to the end of the world if I must, for life or for death. I will have Sir Zephyrin's heart for what he did to Horschiffon. Yeah. Yes, of course. You two were close, I know. Much has changed since our order's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. If the Archbishop and the Heaven's Ward are guilty of the crime of summoning, then Miro and I will stop them. Would that I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an archbishop to serve as a guiding light for the masses, a force of stability to counterbalance the High House's ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people the right to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult even with my father's support. The road ahead is that much more fraught with peril than without it. Yet walk we must, for unity is more vital to our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of the Dravanian hostilities. Far from it. We will have a great need of each other in the days to come. You may ever count on my lance, Sir Emmerich. To my dying breath, I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde. If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist the Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Miro, Master Alphino, pray, attend me outside. Very well, with me, Miro. I believe we have much to discuss. Okay. So, King Thorin there said to Emmerich that the lie was designed so that father and son wouldn't have to have their sins, like, the son wouldn't have to pay for the father's sin generation after generation after generation. But that's not true, because they're still fighting that war against Nidhogg because of Thorin's actions. So his reasoning doesn't make sense. Where could they be headed, and what does Aziz's law have to do with it? In search of the Soleil. The Soleil was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance the airship passed by. Sure enough, Lady Leniette informed me that it had been sighted by her scouts. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds, or was, not long ago. The airship has not been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vanu and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, Hairat has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. I think we both know the perfect candidate, Miro. Let us pay a visit to Master Garland at Skysteel Manufactory. I see, then I will take my leave for now. There are other matters which require my attention. Yay, we get to go meet with Sid again! Also, you guys, you didn't catch Shaman. Not only is that Vector's favorite Pokemon, it's also a mythical Pokemon. Sorry, I had to call it out, but we were in cutscene. Ah, the Dastardly Doer. What mischief have you been getting up to lately? Oh, you haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start. He was a good man. Sid, have you ever heard of Aziz's Law? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled. No, but it probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. From what he told Miro, the Asians tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the Ultima Weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I could see him attempting to seize it. As if we needed another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. Okay. It's just as well. After pulling you out of the fire the last few times, I reckon it was I was due to deliver you into it. So, do you remember when we first got to Ishgard and we went to the Sea of Clouds? We didn't stay there very long. Well, now we get to go there and actually explore. Into the blue. Into the fire, is it? In that case, I should inform Tataru of our plans. Pray, go on ahead to the airship landing. I shall join you anon. Every now and then, my computer gives me like these really brief, skips. I guess is the best way to describe them. And then they're gone. For the most part, my game runs flawlessly. And just those random skips. The boys have been hard at work preparing for our flight, and I'm pleased to say we are ready to depart. That is, as soon as a certain... Pray forgive my lateness. Totaro and I have much to discuss. We still have no news of the missing scions, but she assures me that Ariana and Rio are pursuing promising leads. Come, we can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. So we're about to go to the Sea of Clouds, like I said, and I like the Sea of Clouds. Oh look, there's another member of the Ironworks here. We haven't seen her before. This is Lakoneb. Or just Koneb. I don't think they pronounce the I guess they do, because Ishtola. Lakoneb. The others are waiting for you aboard the Enterprise, Miro. Shall we get going? Whew.
To the northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted. In search of a mysterious land known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets. Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
All right, we're here. Look, there's an aether current waiting for us right there. From here, Clamp Cloudtop looks rather far. Be on your guard, Miro. The Vanu could be anywhere, even watching us as we speak. Why is she wearing a slime? Because that's my hat. Assuming the Soleil is here, I doubt she will come to us. We should begin searching the Isles in earnest. Of course, we must remain vigilant for Vanu Skets as well. I would rather avoid needless bloodshed. Because they did a Dragon Quest crossover event, and I got this hat right here. The King Slime Crown. And it wobbles. Look at it. A nice wobbly fellow. He wibbles and he wobbles. I love it. It's one of my two favorite pieces of gear in the game. The other is a pair of slime earrings that you can't get anymore. At least I don't think you can. They haven't been available for a very long time. And so I can't get them on this character, but I can get them on another character. Also, are all the ether currents in the upper part, or... Yeah, okay, so... It looks like it. Okay. So yeah, we were in this area before, if you recall. See, there's Clamp Cloudtop over there with the giant airship? That's where we were initially. But... we, now we're in the northern part here on the map, where we, couldn't get to before. So it's pretty exciting to be up here. I like the Sea of Clouds overall. It's not one of my favorite zones in the game, but the music's fun. It's very pretty to look at. Like, you got the sky, the weird plants. I don't know, I just really like it. Oh, shit. Why is my quest down here? What can I do? Oh, that's not the quest I'm looking for. What am I doing? Then I look at the isle's eastern edge. Okay, hang on. What I gotta do is actually down here. I'm just running up ahead, but that's not what we have to do just yet. Yeah, Cheshire, this game has a lot to it, not just combat. You got a huge, fantastic story. You got crossovers with Dragon Quest where you get a cool Dragon Quest hat. Nice slime hat. You search the skies for the Soleil, but see nothing resembling the missing airship. there's carbuncles in the game. There's so many different classes. We're actually going to be playing a variety of different classes. Oh, there we go. Like for Realm Reborn, we played Warrior, and now we're playing Ninja. In Stormblood, due to dice roll, we're going to be playing Black Mage. Not looking forward to that though, because I'm pretty bad at Black Mage. But hey, this is the chance for me to learn how to play it too. So at least we're at level 60 to 70. Mayhap this effort was doomed to failure. That's true. That is true, Faye. Begs mercy of Netherlings, do not fight! Do not wish to die! Was that a Vanu being attacked? But by whom? Over there! Imperial troops? It's Guardians! Seize them! They'll know where the Archbishop is. The enemy of my enemy. We have no choice. With me, Miro, protect the Vanu. That is actually true, Faye. I am not very good at most things in this game. And in real life. Oh my god, that guy just shoots flash. I have not seen that skill in forever. I miss flash sometimes. So bad in real and fake life. Okay, you need this song.
Thaliak, protect me!
There you go, he said it. There's Thaliak, protect me. Because of that line, Sully thought that the carbuncle's name was Thaliak. It's Ruby Carbuncle. Unfortunately, I gotta move him off of that. That was rude. What I want to know is why is this Centurion harder to kill than a fucking gunship? Particularly with my knives. Shit. Okay, so low. Look at this one just holding on over here. So bad in real life and fake life. Exactly, Faye. You get it. You understand. Netherlings save Lanu Vanu from certain death. Showers Netherlings with thanks like summer squall. Lanu Vanu knows not what wind bears Netherlings to cloud sea, but warmly welcomes them. Show gratitude where gratitude is due. Devourer of Worlds. Lanu Vanu owes much and more to Netherlings. As saviors, as heroes, Zundu welcome you. To village we go. To north. Come, come. So the Guardians were searching for the Archbishop and believed the Vanu Vanu knew something of his whereabouts. Methods notwithstanding, they might have the right of it. I conclude that we should accept Lanu Vanu's offer of hospitality and visit his village. So the Vanu Vanu are very much like the not the Garuda. I don't want to say the Gerudo either. The Yagado, that's the word I was thinking of. the Yagano from Final Fantasy XI, except they're a little more stocky than our Yagano friends. Hey, Game Over! Guys, join Game Over for a boss fight. I'll join you. Hey, look, there's a B rank. Sunu Valley of the Dancing Winds. Window Wamar Campur. Okay. So, with that said, guys, we're going to take a break before we talk to Lanu Vanu here. We'll stand beside him, though. Then we'll come back, and we still got about an hour left of stream MSQ, and then we're going to do the last ninja quest of Heavensward. Be right back, guys.